All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're not just talking about some new tool or a neat piece of tech. We're talking about a fundamental, non negotiable shift in how modern businesses have to operate to survive. It all comes down to how you handle your most valuable asset, your leads. We're going to break down why an AI first approach isn't just a good idea anymore, it's an absolute mandate.
So, to really get why this is a mandate, we first have to understand the problem we're all facing. We're so focused on the costs we can see, right? The line items on a balance sheet. But honestly, one of the biggest hidden drains on your profit is simply the cost of waiting. That tiny bit of friction from your team's manual process, it is silently and absolutely killing your business.
And here it is. This is the number that should keep every single leader up at night. 9 times. That is the difference in your conversion rate when you respond to a lead in 5 minutes versus just 30 minutes. Think about that. This isn't some minor tweak. It's the bright, stark line between dominating your market and being completely left behind. Every single minute you wait is just cash slipping right through your fingers. This image here just perfectly captures the problem. Trying to manage high-value leads by hand? It's literally like trying to catch rain in a storm with your bare hands. You can be fast, you can be really skilled, but you're never, ever going to capture it all. The best opportunities are always going to slip right through. What you need isn't faster hands, you need a better system, a reservoir, to capture and channel that storm. And this quote brings us right to the financial bottom line. It's just simple math. When a single lead is worth thousands of dollars, paying a highly skilled, expensive professional to do manual data entry is an insane waste of money. It's slow, it's full of errors, and it totally misunderstands where the real value of your team even is. So if the problem is trying to catch rain, the solution isn't just getting better hands, right? It's building better infrastructure. This is the new architecture we have to build. It's time to stop thinking about tiny fixes and start designing a system that has AI built into its very core, like a reservoir and an irrigation system for your business. And the core technology that makes all of this possible is called agentic AI. Now, forget everything you think you know about simple chatbots. We're talking about autonomous systems that actively go after goals. They don't just sit there waiting for a command. They see what's happening, they think, and they act on their own. It's a total game changer. So, how does it actually work? Well, think of it like a continuous loop of intelligence. First, it perceives the world around it. It's pulling in data from your CRM, your emails, you name it. Then it reasons. It analyzes all that context to figure out the perfect next move. Next, it acts. It sends that email, it schedules that meeting. And here's where the magic happens. Finally, it learns from the result, getting smarter and more effective with every single thing it does. This all leads us to the new reality of what a modern sales and marketing team is going to look like. We are moving so fast away from people working in silos and into a hybrid model where AI agents and human experts work together as one incredibly powerful unit. And, this isn't science fiction. This is the new standard by 2026. And don't just take my word for it. The experts are already seeing this happen. Raji Malhotra over at Certinia predicts that these hybrid teams are about to become the default way to handle high-volume work. Just imagine all the tedious project planning, the follow-ups, all of it managed by AI agents, freeing up your actual people to do the strategic work that grows the company. Pranav Lal from Gusto paints an even clearer picture. The AI isn't going to be some other app you have to log into. No, it's going to be quietly embedded in the systems you already use every single day. Your CRM, your help desk, it'll just work silently in the background, drafting outreach, updating records, and routing work with a speed and accuracy a human just can't match. So, what this all leads to is this incredibly important rebalancing of work. You get this massive 80-20 shift. The AI takes over the 80% of the repetitive but totally necessary tasks like prospecting, scheduling, and all the follow-ups. And that liberates your human team to focus only on the 20% of work that actually closes deals, building trust, navigating those tricky negotiations, and building real strategic relationships. Okay, and let's be absolutely crystal clear on this point. This is not about replacing people. It's about empowering them. It's about liberating them. You hired your team to be closers and strategists, not glorified, expensive data processors. AI is the tool that finally lets them do the high-value work you hired them for in the first place, which makes them way more effective and, frankly, makes their jobs a lot more rewarding. All right, so let's shift gears. Let's elevate this from a conversation about technology to a conversation for the boardroom.
Because this isn't just about plugging in a new tool. It's about fundamentally re-architecting your entire business for profitability in this new era. And this quote from Georgie Ivanov at Payhawk just nails it. The whole growth at all costs era, it's over. Done. Today, profitability is king. And getting there isn't about cutting budgets anymore. It's an architectural challenge. It means you have to rebuild your operations from the ground up with efficiency at the core. So for any CFO listening, this requires a huge shift in mindset. AI is no longer some experimental line item you can file under operating expenses. It is a core part of how you deliver your service. By treating AI as a cost of goods sold, or COGS, you make its impact on your profit margin totally transparent. That means you can manage it, you can optimize it, and you can prove that automation is driving profit, not just adding another cost. And the results of making this architectural shift? Well, they're nothing short of staggering. Companies that are doing this right are seeing their customer acquisition costs drop by as much as 60%. At the same time, the number of sales-ready leads they generate is jumping by 50%. This isn't just a competitive edge, it is a market redefining advantage. Which brings us to the final choice. And let's be clear, this isn't really a decision about technology. It's a decision about leadership. It's about whether you are going to proactively design the future of your own business or just sit back and let the market dictate it for you. And ultimately, that's what this all boils down to. This shift to AI-first operations, it's happening, with or without you. The efficiency gains are real, and the competitive landscape is being completely redrawn as we speak. So the only question left is the one right here on the screen. Will you own this outcome, or are you going to sit back and watch your competitors do it first?